of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Mike 5-4. I got you. I got you. Hey, check 24. Check 24. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill. Whip.
Where? There.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch it. Sponge. Check 31. Hey, watch it.
From the shotgun, Wilson trying to lay one up deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Watch the eyes.
Hey, lock it.
Check 25. Hey, alert 3.
Yep.
If you kill it, motion me out.
Hey, Alpha.
54 is Mike. 54.
Greystone, travel. Ready?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check that.
Roll out. 61. Matchbox lights.
Watch the twist.
Hey, seam 6.
54.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
General West.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Silent.
After the interception, here's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check your hot read.
Hey, Sam on.
Tighten up.
Running from the gun with Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Shoot. Hey, check 24.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
49, check 49. Alert.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right 54. Come on, D.
Look at me. Score. Score.
Jumping. Switch. Under 10. 10.
Now.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You go tight. You got tight.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Hatchet. Pick the edge. Come.
Hit it.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Go now. 70. Indy.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin.
Recon. 152 fighter.
Don't get nervous.
Jim.
Hurry.
Check 52. Check 24.
But. Squeeze. Buzz.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set up. 18. Gator.
Check. Walk 54. Pick it up. Kill.
6-6. Bullet high.
Switch.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
Slam. Check 4. Check. Crunch. Watch twist.
Ready.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, 3 down.
40.
Begin.
On second and 12, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Leo.
No. Hey, switch gears. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on fourth down. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And 7 at the Titans' 31-yard line.
It's
action. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
Go, go.
Bang, bang.
Hard, hard.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check 50, check 50.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And here we go. Watch the pass.
80 weapons.
Check 43.
Gone, gone.
He's checking. Crash, crash. Watch the
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Lee Griffin, Lee Griffin.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, Echo.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
3 down, 3 down. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Good job right there. Hey, easy, easy. Just nice.
They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, Carson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
6 guys.
They run for it with Carson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
19.
Check out. Hot.
Hey, alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
That's what I do. Undercrush.
Zebra.
Mike 54. It's out.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Here's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here we go. At the 42-yard line.
Check three.
Check 50. Easy.
Watch the run.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike 54.
Good job right there.
Check three.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Alert three, alert three, alert three.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
55 to Mike. Bring it, bring it. Rush in, rush in.
Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Check three, check three, check three.
Bang out, bam.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Mike, 55.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it first and 10.
Hey, Delta, hustle.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Uncorks one for Davis, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Come on,
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
At their own 42-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Alert flare, flare, flare. Watch twins, watch twins. Check.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Topper! Bravo!
54. Mike 50.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He wasn't ready.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's coming.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 50. Here we go, D.
Rock it.
They snap it to Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
One left.
55. Hey, eat. I'm coming after you.
Mike 55.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down, Seahawks.
Check 55. Mike. I got one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. 4th down, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. 36.
Henry running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
30 base. Hey, lock it. Pilot, 64, weak.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Protein spill. Smooth.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Get it.
Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget.
And eventually taking down here. Great coverage downfield. Jeffrey Simmons in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
right mind.